How are you going, guys? Hybradge here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to play Kindred. The rune setup I ran this game was Inspiration second. I think you can substitute that for Domination second if you think you can be more aggressive early game, but usually when playing this Viego matchup, I feel like Domination isn't really that effective because Viego is kind of hard to kill. Also, the fact that they have a Lulu and Malzahar, two very safe laners, meant that I couldn't really stack up the Treasure Hunter as much as I wanted to, so I thought Inspiration would be better here. In this game, I feel like I should be playing towards the top lane, because enemy top took exhaust, and if top laners take combat summoners, if you kill them once, it kind of makes the game GG. So yeah, I thought popping top this game would be good. Okay, so here I finished clearing my raptors, and I noticed that my top laner is training very heavy. As you can see, like my top laner is almost 1 HP, and Yon's wave is also in a very bad position, right? So I know that he's very susceptible to a gank here. So I just skip my red buff and my Krugs, and I just look for a gank here. I mark him around when I know I'm going to be behind him, right? So he can't escape. If I mark him too early, then obviously he has the ability to run away, right? By marking him when I'm behind him, I ensure that he can't actually get away. Now, he actually dealt a lot more damage than I thought, so I had to flash. He also flashed, but we still got the kill. Here, I'm noting down that he has no flash, which means that I'm probably going to look to punish him later on. So I already got one mark now. It's going pretty good. The other mark spawned bot lane, right? And my bot lane has no prior, which meant that there's no way I can get it. So I just do my Krugs here before I reset. Now I've just come out of base. I cleared my Gromp. I'm looking to path top again. I know enemy top lane has no flash, right? And that the wave is bouncing towards us now. So I know I can probably look for a gank right after my Raptors again, same as before. Haven't really done much this game outside the first gank, right? You don't really need to do much when you're playing Kindred. Like forcing too much early action is just a means to throw away your lead, right? So just clearing and making sure all my camps are reset. I'm resetting all my camps, and I'm getting golden XP is more than enough. But as you can see here, again, this Yo needs to push this wave in, right? He is mega overextending to push it in, which meant that I can kill him again. So as you can see here, he's almost a level down on my top laner because he brought the combat sum exhaust, right? So he had no TP. And you can see here, Viego even tries to chase me here. I feel like this was kind of weird, right? And I also feel like I would win this for sure. So I hit this plant intentionally to try bait him to go on me. Here, I ping my Carfist to ult. He doesn't ult. He ults super late, right? So I barely win that, but that should be a way close fight. And you can see here, I bait the Malzahar. So I walk right to try to bait Malzahar to flash ult on me. But my Renekton's not in position to W. But I know even if it's like a 1-for-1, it's mega worth, because not only does Malzahar burn flash, he also loses that mid wave. So even though I die, I think it's still super worth. But the killing Viego there got me another mark, so now I'm 2 marks, which is absolutely massive. Okay, I did my little free camp clear again, from bot to top, and I wanted to go for an invade here. Like if you can see, my Renekton is super pushed up, right? Which means that I have a mega prio that allows for me to go for this invade. My Carfist also has push, right? Which means that this is completely risk-free. And obviously at the end of this, I'm looking to get the grubs, which is what I play for now. Okay, after I take the grubs, it's kind of important to recover the weak side, right? So I need to go fix the side of the map, which I haven't played on for a long time now. I've kind of not spent any time on the bot side of the map other than to clear my camps towards top, right? And as you can see here, my bot lane's in a very bad condition. Like my Swain died and my Nami's like half HP, and we have a pretty poor wave state, right? But that being said, enemy bot is in an even worse condition, so I know I can kill them here. Here I flash QW because I know even if I get polymorphed or slowed, I can just Q in a second, right? So that's kind of something I feel like a lot of people don't do, is they always Q and then flash, but then your W is not going to be there for you to Q again, right? For your Q to be low on CD, because your W makes your Q shorter CD, so you want to have it as close to the fight as possible. So instead of QW flashing E, I just do a flash QWE, which means that my W is closer to the fight and is more and actually is usable in the fight. And here, after the gank, I want to cheese the Kog'Maw because I have a mark on him, right? I thought he didn't have flash, so I marked him before. Obviously, I probably should have marked the Lulu in hindsight. As you can see here, I cheese the Kog'Maw. I have ult here, so I know I'm never going to die. My Nami is trolling here because I pinged for him to come. He didn't. But enemy Lulu is typing or something in old chat, so I get the free kill here. Even if Lulu was active, right, I could have just ulted, so I never would die there. In an extended fight, I always win here because I've got more burst, right? So I know I'm never at any risk. But yeah, there I can just, after that play, I just get 3 marks. I'm 5-1. I have Triforce already, so I'm monster strong. And this game is kind of pretty much over now, despite them having a mega scaling bot lane. Okay, so I finished my little free camp clear again, and this time I'm looking to invade their top side. This was a bit awkward because I feel like Renekton went too early. Like, I feel like there's no reason for him to go there early because my cooldowns were on, or I was on cooldown, which I pinged. But still, it worked because I'm just super strong, right? Like, we still killed him. And the good thing about this Triforce build is you're actually quite tanky. So going for dives is a lot easier, right? Because you don't have to watch the turret start ramping up and killing you. So that was pretty good. And here I didn't do the wolves first because I wanted to wait for them to mark it, right? I knew I had 4 marks already, so if I killed wolves, it will not mark on Gromp, right? Because when you have 4 marks, it only marks on blue, red, wolves, and Krugs. Now here I ulted to try to keep the minion alive so I could hit the tower for longer and try to get the tier 2, which gives me like 800 gold, right? So it's super worth. But yeah, as you can see, hey. Maybe it was a bit too greedy, and they gave Viego a huge shutdown. But I feel like that's even though that wasn't a good representation of it, I feel like that's a play that a lot of Kindred players don't do. Like, they don't think about using their ult to try to greed for towers. Like, when you're this far ahead, right, when I'm 6-1, I'm probably not going to need to use my ult to survive, right? So I can just use my ult more casually to generate gold by, like, keeping a wave alive for longer to get a turret, for example. And you can use the same thing when ending games. You can ult and make your minions survive so you can end the games, right? It's something, definitely something to think about. Okay, here I just finished respawning. I did my full clear from top to bot. Why? Because Artican is up, right? So I want to play bot side. And I'm thinking, oh, should I start this Artican here? I've got a lot of damage. But Malzahar, little TTV Zezzy, decides he wants to drop us a free kill. So we get a free pick here. And I know when we have like a pick, there's no way they can beat us, right? Because pretty much when you're playing against a fed Kindred, the only way you win the fight is if you one-shot him. And one less person means one less person to one-shot. So I know if we just fight around here, there's no way we can lose. And you can see here, like, Viego is somewhat interested, right? But he just has no real entry. Like, they can't really enter here. So just get the Artican for free, which is absolutely massive. Like, I feel like this Artican is so OP right now. And I'm looking for more. I want to play for the bot tier 2 because we're close to bot. I drop Herald here, thinking that we can do it, but my Carface actually ends up resetting, right? But it's fine. Like, I get this turret, which is 700 gold, so even if I die, it's not too bad, right? But you can see here the Viego griefed the W, so I play super aggressive here. Like, I just keep queuing in. That was probably 1 Q too much. Like, I probably could have just killed him without queuing, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was drinking my own Kool-Aid a bit. Like, I thought there was no way they were gonna get me. So again, I was a bit too over-aggressive, and you can see now, like, I'm not in that well of a state as it was in, so it's kind of like 2 bad deaths. I feel like even though it's bad, it's important to highlight, right? Because it's a mistake a lot of you guys will make. So sometimes you just don't need to be that overzealous, right? When you're so far ahead, like, your team is hard winning, you can just chill. And I think that's a mistake a lot of Kindred players do, and it's a mistake I made here that you guys can definitely learn from. It's like even high elo players make this mistake. Okay, so here we want to play for the Baron. Some time has passed, not much has happened, but as you can see here, like, I'm very aggressive in looking to poke and prod, which I think is important for Kindreds to do. Like, you always want to be aggressive in poking. Like, you have so much mobility, you can always do this. Like, you can see here, this is a perfect example. Like, I just get Lulu Flash here, and it's going to win us the fight here, right? Because as you can see here, like, they're all out of position. Like, Lulu had to flash super far back, so they can't really hit, and Kog'Maw is super far in front. Viego is completely off to the side. Like, because I poke and prod like that, and mega poke one of their champions, it just makes that fight so much easier because I caused chaos. And you're allowed to do that in Kindred because you have so much mobility from your W and your Q, right? Like, it's just so OP, especially going over that wall specifically to poke, because you can just jump over and jump back over real quickly. It's like super underutilized skill. Like, people think Kindred is only a backline ADC. No, you're more of like an assassin and ADC hybrid. So you need to make sure you utilize your mobility to poke and not just sit there and only DPS when the fights are happening. You want to make the fights easy before they even start. And you can see here I get ulted by Yone. This is bad awareness by me. I was too busy pinging. But Viego is not looking at the Baron at all. I don't think he had Smite here, but he can't just griefs this fight completely, which gives us a free kill. And obviously when I've got so much mobility, I can just catch this guy again because I Q'd twice, right? And I got another Q right here. I went for the Malzahar because I feel like Malzahar is more important to kill because he has more wave clear. And yeah, that kind of sets us up for a very good next sequence of play, because now we can just push for turrets for free. You will see here, like, again, talking about poking, you'll see what I do here, which is very good. Like, I'm utilizing a flank, right, to truly, like, maximize my damage, right? Because, again, I've got so much mobility, I don't have to be that scared. Like, I don't have to sit in the backline always, right? Like, if I'm in the bad position, I can just queue out, as you can see. So just get a free pick there again, which makes this fight, which makes this ending sequence a bit easier. And you can see here, I'm sitting a bit far back because Veigar has Collector, so he can one-shot me. But, like, I'm so strong. I've got Article, I've got Collector, I've got IE. Like, I'm just one-shotting all these guys. Like, this is, like, so satisfying to play. Boom. Okay, we got 3 kills. We got the towers, and GG. So, even though I made a few mistakes, I think this game I played pretty clean. I like this Collector build this game because it didn't really have any tanks. If they had tanks, I probably would have gone for Lord Doms. But all in all, building Lord Doms or Collector into IE, I think is the correct build. Triforce first is always good. It's important to be a bit tanky. But yeah, I have an Invade guide coming out this week. It'll be one of the most important videos you guys will ever watch. So subscribe to make sure you don't miss it. And if you have any questions, ask me below or in Discord. Peace, we out of here.